ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विशजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशङ्करादि ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च तत्कृतसाधकानां विघ्नशत्रुनिर्मूलनद्वारा धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजयप्राप्त्यर्थं च रुद्रपाठस्य तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः श्री आदिशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ रुद्रपाठः। We have done 10 anuvakas, 11th or the last one, and the Shantivala. We finished today. Tomorrow onwards we will do the Chamaka Prashna for 4-5 days. So let us invoke Lord Shiva to bless us with best of everything, especially our own spiritual sadhana and unfoldment. ॐ सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठाः शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठा दिवगं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखास कपर्धिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पथां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृदायव्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सृकावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचेर्दशोदीचेर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयं द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं भोजम्भे दधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषु सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वामहे सौमनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरन्धुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोयगं शिवाभिमर्शनः ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्योमर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवोम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ॐ यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचयिनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ओमथ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली ॐ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ पञ्चमोऽनुवाकः ॐ विज्ञानं यज्ञं तनुते कर्माणि तनुतेऽपि च विज्ञानं देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्मज्येष्ठमुपासते विज्ञानं ब्रह्म चेद्वेद तस्माच्चेन्न प्रमाद्यते शरीरे पाप्मनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्माद् विज्ञानमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः मोदो दक्षिणपक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरपक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Let us salute Parabrahma Tattva Shruti Mata, Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharya, Rishimuni Gurudevata, and also our Vedavyasa Vaishambhani Agnivalkya, Taittiriya Upanishad Acharyas, and our Bhashyakara Shri Adi Shankara Bhagavan, and also our own Gurus, Gotra Gurus, and the Gurus who have given us Mantra and Upadesh. Now, in our effort of trying to analyze and understand the Panchakoshas, our intellects are becoming sharper, subtler, our understanding is growing about the presence of these koshas and beyond that is Paramatma. A beautiful, inspirational goal we are obtaining in life and we are heading, moving toward the ultimate truth realization. Along with that, the another benefit is what? In the effort of our spiritual Shastra understanding or study of Shastra, our times and our minds are focused this side. To that extent, we are weaning away from so many unnecessary things of the world. Else, what will happen? The entire day, entire life, mind is with its own manorajyam if the spiritual goal is not given by ourselves to ourselves. In that manorajyam, the mind will go on having its own sankalpa and it wants it to fulfill it and it doesn't happen, it becomes frustrated. Then he goes on finding faults with people, creating such a havoc of ragadvesha. In a different mental life we live, mental mode. Really pagal ही कहते हैं उनको. You can see the people, even we also, when our intellect is not contemplating on the truth, or when we are not involved in the study of Shastra, or when we are not doing our upasanas, or the japa adi, what's happening in the mind? Just wool gathering, just murmuring, muttering, just nothing but creating variety of thoughts, which in turn are creating the anxieties and fears and dukkha to us only. And these false notionary thoughts in the mind, we want to get them fulfilled or made real in the world outside. It never happens. And thus, we just get totally caught up in that illusion and delusion only. All that we have to avoid, otherwise, we'll become a mad crack only in this world and make others too. And along with that, the kama krodha, the increasing, then so many of the lobha, the durgunas increasing. These are all maya, these are all thoughts only. But following those thoughts, we destroy our entire life. But now, throughout the day, when we are engaged in studying Shastras, in trying to understand the theme set, in trying to get convinced that the Shastra said Parabrahma is the goal, and trying to clearly understand the outer and inner sadhanas and are as means for that goal reaching, how productive or creative, how useful is our time life spent. Unparalleled it is. And more Shraddha we have shown, more understanding we got, more of meditational hours if we are able to find, we are really transcending the Maya, the three gunas, the Moha, the misunderstandings or confusions of taking the world and the Jiva Bhava as real to the real reality. While doing this pursuit, don't compare with others. Others who are in majority are worldly only. It's not a democracy that maximum people are worldly, therefore I should become so. Even the 800 million people of the world, or crore people of the world are totally worldly, bhautikavadin, yet that is not true. That is not ultimate. Ultimate and true is only spiritual goal and spiritual means. We have to, if at all we get the chance, have to pursue that only. Here we need not follow the majority. So all majority are Bhautikavadin, I will also live like that, then you will also suffer like that. And those who are in Bhautikavada, who have taken Jagat as Satya, who never have heard Shastra, and through that the Paramatma is real, how much they are struggling inside more than outside. Outside struggles are less. Because like for any animal, to you and I also Bhagavan gave khana. If we can live in minimum, life is not difficult. But inside the mind, with all the Arishad Vargas, with all the Dvandvas given value, the Dvaitas given value, what a Naraka we are creating. People are, everyone have their own internal dukkha because the jiva, the ego, with upadita adhatma, with so many vasanas and with so many desires unfulfilled, will have to go through that pain dukkha. कुछ को आदत होता है, कुछ सप्रेस करते हैं, बहुत कुछ होते हैं दो, बहुत कम जो बाहर बताते हैं, और ज़्यादातर लोग they don't say outside. We were also a part of that. Now, slowly through study of Shastra, we are finding something different, something inside as our goal. And let us be convinced about it. Let us walk towards it. And luckily, for us, the next and next Anuvakas, and we'll talk about this truth or reality to be purely existing without any doubt. Therefore, you can pursue and you can reach out. Those type of promises or assurances will be given to us both by the Shruti Mata as well as the Bhashyakara. Hmm. With the introduction, now we are seeing our the Panchama Kosha, that is Anandamaya Kosha. So Annamaya Kosha, the moment the Annamaya Kosha word is uttered, this body, and that body, whether of the animal or the plant or the bird or other human being, and total body, Stula Sharira, should come into our cognition. Okay, all of that has come from the Anna or Anna Rasa. Let us take mainly the living beings. And all our Annamaya is from the Bhumata only. Therefore, the entire thing is Annamaya only. In one go, all that should be remembered and all that should be understood to be Annarasa se came, or from the Jala it came, and it is stula, and it is expression, it is not a real at all. It we consider as an Atma, that is how at the lowest level we are living our life. Immediately, the next kosha we have to go to Pranamaya. The moment the Pranamaya is said, immediately the Vayu Mandalam and the activities are happening because the outer Vayu in the world outside and same Vayu inside when it comes, it becomes Prana and the inner activity is done by these inner Pranas. All that Pranamaya kosha, Vayu Sanchara and Shakti and all the activities done, not the activity per se, but the activity doing capacities, all of them belong to Pranamaya Kosha. The moment Pranamaya said, we must become aware of that. And more deeply, the moment we become intensely aware of Pranamaya, our attachment from Annamaya should be given up. उतना हमको ध्यान के द्वारा चॉइस के अनुसार जिस कोश को पकड़ना है उसको पकड़ना, जिनको छोड़ना है छोड़ना, ये हमको सीखना है, विच इज व्हाट टेक्स many many lives of sadhanas. Yoga sadhana intensely helps in this regard. Same way, the moment we say the Manomaya Kosha, immediately the mind, the thoughts, the entire mantras of the Vedas regarding Dravya Yajna and Jnana Yajna, all of them should be there in the mind. Anna and Prana, which are Jada and Shaktiatmaka, they should be transcended. That is the glow at the given moment. This is what for years together, through the dhyana abhyasa, when we try, we can master these stages. Then about the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanam Yajnam Danude Karmani Danude Vijo or Manomayat Anya Antara Atma Vijnanamaya Tenaisa Purnaha Savaesha Purushavida Eva Tasya Purushavidha Manvayam Purushavidaha. All of that, the limbs aspect I am not telling, add that also. तस्येजुरेव शिरः ऋग्दक्षिणपक्षः सो सामोत्तरपक्षः आदेश आत्मा अथर्वङ्गिरसपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा is all for our manomaya gosha. For vijnanamaya tasya shraddhaiva shirah rutam dakshina pakshah satyam uttara pakshah yoga atma mahapucham pratishtha. The moment vijnanamaya kosha is uttered, the individual my vijnanamaya kosha, other beings Vijnanamaya Kosha, total Vijnanamaya Kosha, we should become aware of. Same thing we'll be talking in our Telugu Upanishad class also. I think today, tomorrow it will not be their class after 2-3 days. So we are talking about that Avyakruta expressed. From the Avyakruta, they expressed Mahatattva, Mahatattva Tadatmya, Hiranyagarbha. We are going to talk. सेम हियर ऑल्सो विज्ञानमय कहते ही समष्टि विज्ञान व्यष्टि विज्ञानमय समष्टि विज्ञानमय and why it is given, which we have at length discussed. Every of the kosha, what is the purpose of that in our general sustenance of the life, in our particular spiritual evolution. Both we have sufficiently seen. And if we can really want to put more efforts, we can even see how the non-positivities in each of the kosha are entering and how we are getting bound by it and how these panchakoshas are, instead of guiding us toward the self, becoming a strong liability. And also, each of our individual kosha, when we do the upasana with the samashti or Mahat Brahma, what are the benefits that we are getting as an individual? Even that should also immediately click to us. So, with Annamaya Kosha as Brahma Upasana, Annavan Bhavati. With Pranamana Kosha as Brahma, as a long life we will live without in between dying Akala Mrityu nahi hoga. With Manamaya Kosha, he becomes Anandavan. Then no bhayam will be there for him. Then with the Vijnanamaya Kosha, when we do the sadhana of oneness with that Mahat Brahma, then Sharire Papmano Hitva, Sarvan Kaman Samastutayati. See, each of the kosha, individual, and samashti, why they are given, how they become problems, how that problem has to be averted, And then how the individual has to merge in total through upasana, how the total takes care and blesses the individual, and delicately how we move from the grosser kosha to the subtler in our identity. That is most important. Ultimately, this is to be achieved. I have to come to live at the pranamaya level so firmly that annamaya is used for attunement, no doubt, but it should never be taken as the self. Ruthlessly rejecting, I'm not annamaya. Can we do that? Do we have that guts? Do we have that abilities, that readiness? बहुत मुश्किल है because अन्नमय तादात्म्य छोड़ा तो entire जागृत अवस्थास all things lose their importance. They will continue staying, but you don't become emotional or attached to any one of them because all of that starts from Dehosmi. When Dehosmi nahi hai, so then all of that is not there. Can we do that? You just think about it. That's how no habituated to live at Annamaya level with the outer Shabdas personal is so strong that it looks to be impossible for us. Okay? पर कोई वस्तु या व्यक्ति विशेष से long time when we are associated or dependent, suddenly living that and living without that appears to be impossible. Only appears, huh? But later on it gets adjusted. Because the self in me, the real, is independent of everything. That self is real me. Therefore, how much ever you want to continue in delusion, you cannot. एक दिन छोड़ना ही पड़ता है, luckily. So, in this way, we have to come a day to identify the manomaya so much that anna prana are there used, but then the association with them is not there. My own house, I sold and staying in the same house as on rent. For some reason, I sold. Is it not the difference in that when it is my house and when it's a rented house? Some people the other way they do. They stay on rent for a few years. They like it so much, they pay money and they own it. So many are there. Now the third one. First is my house owned. Second sold and I'm saying on rent. Third usko wicket ही कर दिया. Totally detached. So too, this deha is aham dehosmi, absolute 100% samsara. This deha I am staying in for doing my outer inner sadhanas. Second level. Third, nahan dehosmi ham brahmas. Remember always examples, hundreds of them. There is no ornament other than gold. There is no annamayadi koshas other than parabrahma. Therefore, the possibility of existing as a pure self, devoid of our freedom, free from Annamaya, is possible, is coveted also. It's a very highest level, but that is there, that possibility is there to live as Aham Brahmasmi, in which Annamayadi, how much our sthula which were there earlier, not like in the dream, the whole dream jagat is so realistic. वहाँ वो स्थूल ही लगता है वो. When we wake up, then we say that it was all gross, subtle world. But there, though, you are touching, you are smelling, you are tasting, so strongly लगते हैं, really लगते हैं, solidly लगते हैं, tangible. But when we wake up, we are all just one stuff of the mind is made like that. Same way, when we awaken to the reality, all that gross Pancha Mahabhutas, all of them are found to be nothing but the Brahman only, the subtlemost Brahman. The subtlemost Brahman for the play of the world by the Ishvara is given these many modifications without itself originally modifying. In the form of grass world, subtler world, causal world, individual, total, all that one Brahman. Sarvam Brahmamayam when it is said, in that Sarvam Stula Sukshma Karana Veshti Samashti सब आना चाहिए. Think about it. So everything appears to be like this only, but in and through what is permeated, that is realized and given first importance. Thereafter, all the solid things are understood to be subtlemost Paramatma, appearing as the solid form for the sake of Vyavahara. Think about it. That would be the stage. Last, when we reach Brahman. Now, in the same way, from the Vijnanamaya, we have shifted into Anandamaya Kosha. In our study in last 3 4 days, how Anandamaya is a Kosha, not Brahma, that we have thoroughly seen. The 6 examples are given, or analysis. Reasonings or logics given to prove that Ananda is a Kosha Anandamaya, is not a Ananda Brahma. Then we started with a very important discussion or analysis as to, which is very essential, how this Anandamaya Kosha exists, or how a Jiva gets Ananda and stays in that Anandamaya Kosha. That was a big, big topic we have exhaustively discussed. It is Vidya Karmanoho Phalam, we have seen. Very importantly to be noted point, किसी से हड़प लेने से, जबरदस्ती करने से, लड़ाई झगड़ा करने से और कोई भी नेगेटिव काम करने से आनंद नहीं मिलता. But some people doing all these gaflat, they appear to have got ananda. No, that is where which is very difficult to understand. Even though one can correlate that he has done an action, he got the ananda. No, no, he got the objects only with that criminal action. With that objects, the ananda which is felt is not because of object, is earlier punya karma only, upasana only. Because only through upasana and satkarma, sukha ananda will come. The Shastra said means it is final. And for the sake of that ananda, whatever ashubha karma he has done, that's going to fetch him dukkha. That's why people with all the outside meagerness, still they are found to be happy inside. One category. Other are there with all the filthy richness outside, yet found to be so much dukkhi inside. Among us only we can see some of us well off financially. Otherwise, बाहर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, सब बड़े, पर अंदर दिन भर दम घुट कर दुखी हो रहे. Is it not there? That's because of papa phala. And this dhana kanakadi has come because of again some punya. That's how we have to understand between these two. The Anandamaya Kosha will be coming in our life only when we do Vidya and Upasana. So Vidya Karmanoho Phalam Ananda. Again Tadvikaratvad Anandamaya. Because of Vidya and Karmana of the different grades, Ananda. So different. Then we saw this Anandamaya is inside Vijnanamaya by various logics we have proven. And the main 2 reasons were given were the Vijnanamaya projecting dream के अंदर आनंदमय का आनंदम को मिलता है. One reason was that. The other reason, nobody who at the Vijnanamaya level does the any of the yajna or upasana karma for anything else other than Ananda. They don't do anything for miserable, to become miserable. नहीं, करते हैं तो आनंद के लिए ही. So these are the 2 reasons, Amada, with which we have to be fully accepting that the Anandamaya is Atma Vijnanamaya inside the Vijnanamaya. So we have seen presence of Anandamaya Kosha. It is other than pure Parabrahma. It is other than the Vijnanamaya. It is the Atma of the Vijnanamaya. It is inside the Vijnanamaya. It is permeating that Vijnanamaya. Anandamaya is subtler than. That is a banda Vijnan ho ya na ho. He will be in Anand. कितने सारे give the example of बच्चे लोग. So many people, children in slum area or anywhere, not a Mahavijnani ho, but then they are Anandam. You understand? For gaining the Anandam, to be in Ananda, once the Antakarna is pure, that is what is our next paragraph which we have studied. Again we are going to see. If the Antakarna is pure, calm, quiet, the inner Ananda expresses irrespective of the Vijnanamaya Kosha's Vijnana. Vijnanamaya koshas vijnana makes us do punya karma ityadi, with which again we become anandi. No doubt about it. That is one way of looking at it. Shruti Mata already explained to us that way. But the other way, a deeper analysis is what? Anandamaya kosha is more real and dear to me than the Vijnanamaya kosha. Actually, at a higher level, mein na, you just be with or without the Manomayas, imagination, Pranamayas, Shakti and activity, Annamaya's health, even Vijnanamayas wisdom, without all of them, one can just choose to be happy. Dukkha samyoga viyogam, yoga sangitam. By the way. So, Vijnanamaya ke bhitar, inside is Anandamaya, it is Atma Vijnanamaya, it is our Atma also. All that we have seen. So, Priyadi Vasana Nivritto Anandamaya Vijnanamaya Ashta Sapne Upalabhyate. Okay. Now, of this Anandamaya, we are seeing the limbs. We have seen Tasya Priyameva Shiraha. What is Priyam? Priya Putra Adi Darshana Jam. Priyam. Okay, that is Shiraha. Then Modaha iti Priya Labha Nimittaha. Darshanam, like the child saw the toy in the shop, went with the parents. Priyam, he asked for it. Parents bought it for him. Now it has become his own, Labha. Then he'll have the higher grade of Harsha or happiness, Moda. Then he takes home and opens that and plays with that. He called in Pramoda, Utkrishta Harsha. That's what now Prakrushta Harsha, Pramodaha. Modaha is Harsha, Prakrushta Harsha, Pramodaha. So Priya Darshana Nimittaha is Priyaha. Then Priya Labha Nimittaha is Modaha. Priya Labhasya Prakrushta Rupaha Sthitihi Harsha is called Pramodaha. Pra is added. मोद को प्रकृष्टता ऐड किया तो वो प्रमोद हो गया. और नेक्स्ट लेवल, in our so many examples of eating etc, we said looking at the item, getting it to our own disposal and consuming it, priya moda and pramoda. Okay. Then we have seen the fourth of the limb is Ananda Atma. This is where we were discussing yesterday. Of this Anandamaya Kosha, for the first three limbs of Shira and Urva and Uttara and Dakshina Paksha, the Atma, the central portion, is Ananda. Why? That Ananda is the one commonly permeating Priyata, Modata and Pramodata. Priya and Moda Pramoda are the vikara, the modification, the limbs of the Atma, which is Ananda. That is why Shruti Mata says, Priyadasya Ananda Atma. Okay. Ananda iti Sukha Samyanam, Samya, Sukha Samanyam. Then Atma Priyadinam Sukha Avayavanam. Ananda is Samanya Sukha and it is Atma for the Sukha Avaya of Priya Moda Pramoda. Priya Moda Pramoda are the Avayavas for the Sukha Samanya Atma, which is Ananda. This is how we have to just pause, try to feel the sentences and its meaning. Go. Okay. Teshu Anusyutatvat, we have seen, because in and to Priya and Moda and Pramoda, what is there is the different degrees of Ananda only. Different gradation of Ananda only. So therefore, Ananda Atma, one way, one level explained. It is an Atma for the other three limbs of Shiraha, Uttara and Dakshina Paksha, because it is permeating all of them and they are the Avayava of this Ananda. Priyamoda, like Shiraha, Uttara and Dakshina Paksha are the Avaya of the Sharira, central Sharira. So too, the Priyamoda, Pramoda are the Avaya of the central Sharira called as Atma. Therefore, Atma became Angi. Ananda became Angi, Priyamoda, Pramoda became Angas. And in this case, the Ananda Atma is permeating in all the three limbs of Priyamoda, Pramoda. That's what he concluded. Teshu Anusyutatvatu. Now, how many important points discussed so far? Main of all of them is Only Vidya Karamano Phalam Anandamaya, remember. If we don't do the upasanas and punyadi karma, we don't deserve to be anandi inside us. Therefore, having vijnanam is different, but doing upasana and vidya and satkarma, punya karma is different. Then only we have. As we told you the other day, people throughout life they are miserable. Some are there, very serious also. Some are there. Some are once in a while smile. Some are खुश मिजाज वाले हम कहते हैं. Some of them are very rare. All the time they are happy as if they don't have any problem. They have all problems you ask them. And it's आश्चर्य फिर भी वो दुखी नहीं हो रहा. अपन प्रॉब्लम नहीं है करके दुखी हो रहे. उनको जितने प्रॉब्लम है फिर ही खुश. काय को ऐसा मन शांति years and earlier उपासना उसका फल में in spite of his papa karma's fall of odds outside, other punya karma or upasana karma is giving him that inner happiness. The people all diseases but still happy. Others एक ही disease भी नहीं है but out of veham only he goes on suffering. These are all outer seen things, symptoms. But inside the reason is their own vidya karma done or not done. Engage in vidya and karma for safe, secured, comfortable future lives. That's the lesson. Now comes another important topic which was so essential. That's what we touched it also now. And yesterday, how much time we took it to explain word by word. And really, we have to hats off, salutations to Bhagavan Adi Shankara for giving us this clarity once and once for all. How beautiful it is. What it is, Ananda iti Param Brahma. The Anandamaya KOSHA is the conditional happiness because of Priya Moda Pramoda. But into that KOSHA, the Ananda is coming from the Parabrahma Ananda only. They were originally to whom this Ananda belongs to? Parabrahma. How the Parabrahma Ananda is becoming Vrityatmaka Ananda, conditional Ananda, is being so beautifully explained. How is it so? He says, Tadhi, see, yesterday we explained, again we are going to do, Shubha Karmana Pratyupasthapya Mane Putra Mitradi Vishesha Upadau Antakarna Vritti Visheshe Tamasa Aprachadhyamane Prasanne Abhivyajate. Okay? So it is Parabrahma Ananda alone is Antakarana Vritti Visheshe Abhivyajate. In the Vishesha Vritti Wala Vishesha Antakarana mein Brahma Ananda is expressing as Anandamaya Kosha. That Vishesha Vritti in which the Ananda of the Brahma expresses Anandamaya Kosha. How it is generated, how that Vritti comes up, these are the things. First, Shubha Karmana. When we do the Shubha Karma, then only through that Shubha Karma or that Shubha Karma leads in the form of Putra Mitradi Vishaya Vishesha. That Putra Mitradi Vishaya Vishesha become Upadhi to create such Antakarana Vritti, Vishesha Antakarana Vritti, in which the Brahma Ananda is experienced or expressed as Anandamaya Kosha. Then, to create that type of vritti in which Brahmananda is reflected, the arrival of the Sukha giving Putra Mitradi in our life, how do they come? Shubha Karmana. So, unless we do Shubha Karma, the Putra Mitra, Pati or Patni or the Vastu, even your pet dogs, which give your Antakarna a Vishesha Vritti Vishesha, they won't come. Unless that Vishesha Antakarana Vritti happens, Brahmananda will not express as Anandamaya Kosha. That means we can't be happy. Not knowing these details. And this in Puranic Bhasha, it is said as Punya Karma Karo, Bhagwan ki kripa se aap khush ho jaoge. What is the meaning of it? पुण्य कर्म से ऐसे लोक, ऐसे शरीर आदि, ऐसे वस्तु, ऐसे संबंध, ऐसे बंधु मित्र मिलेंगे whose behavior creates a Vishesha Antakarana Vritti in which Brahmananda reflects as or expresses as that particular Vritti Ananda or Anandamaya Kosha. How important is this thought, you see? आनंदम इति परम ब्रह्म तदहि शुभकर्मणा प्रत्युपस्थाप्यमाने शुभकर्मणा प्रत्युपस्थाप्यमाने मीन्स प्रत्युपस्थाप्यमाने मीन्स presented. Okay, presented what? The antakarana vritti vishesha, and this antakarana vritti vishesha presented by what? Shubhakarmana. So शुभकर्मणा प्रत्युपस्थापित माने अंतकरण वृत्ति विशेष है. शुभ कर्म के कारण पेश किया गया एक अंतकरण वृत्ति विशेष में. एंड इट अंतकरण वृत्ति विशेष तमसा अप्रच्छाद्य माने. इट इज नॉट कवर्ड बाय तमो गुण ऑफ द निद्रा. निद्रा भी एक आनंद है, बट इन जनरल जागृत स्वप्न में जब सुख आनंद मिलता है उस समय तमसा अप्रच्छाद्य माने. एंड देन that between the antakarana vritti vishesha reflecting Brahmananda as well as the other side Shubha karma, the medium are there in the form of putra or the mitra ityad. In the same way, then ashubha karma kiya, then aise putra mitra ya bhai bandhu ya wife husband milenge who instead of creating a vritti vishesha which reflects ananda atma, they will have such vritti visheshas which totally block the ananda. And then when the ananda is totally blocked, the opposite of that called as dukkha is felt or experienced. How important, dekho. So antakarana vritti vishesha and tamasa aprachyadyamane, not covered by the tamas. In that, what will happen? Prasanne. One more thing added is prasanne. So shubha karma, putra mitradi vishesha vishaya, then vishesha vritti, and that vishesha vritti is tamasa aprachadyamana, then prasanna. 5 things are required for the Ananda Brahma to express as Anandamaya Kosha. Maya Kosha. Kosha means the modifiable Ananda, conditional Ananda. Again, I'll read out for you. Tadhi, tad means Ananda of the Brahma alone. Shubha Karmana, Pratyupastapyamane, Putra Mitradi, Vishe Vishesha Upadau, Antakarana, Vritti Visheshe, Tamasa, Aprachadyamane, Prasanne, Tadhi Brahma Ananda Avivekjate. But this Brahma Ananda, which is going through so many channels to express her, Tad Vishaya Sukham iti Prasiddham Loke. As we all call it as Vishaya Sukham. See, for all the times to come, we are given a clarity. Any Ananda Sukha belongs to Brahma Ananda only. But that when expressed through conditions, it becomes various Sukhas. So in the Tamoguna extreme, in the Brahmananda reflects it's called Nidra Ananda. In the Rajoguna, the desire fulfillment Ananda. In the knowledges, the Sattva Guna Ananda expresses. But all Ananda belongs to Brahma only. And through the Vishayas, we get the Vishaya Ananda. So Ananda is whom? Brahma Ananda only. And Kosha Ananda is conditional Brahmananda. All conditions are removed, then unconditional, eternal Brahma Ananda is always experienced. This is what we are understanding. This is what is our struggle, our sadhana. Okay? Then another important topic. Second, continuation है उसका कि that vritti vishesha which is born out of Shubha Karma. Shubha Karma, because it is not stable all the time, it is fractionary, little movement only. Therefore, that Vritti Vishesha also goes away, which was reflecting Brahmananda as Anandamaya Kosha. That is why Tad Vritti Vishesha Pratyupastavakasya Karmana Anavastitatvatu. वो विशेष वृत्ति को पेश करने वाला शुभ कर्म जो भी था अनवस्थितत्वात्, that being unstable or non-continuous, what happens because of that? सुखस्य क्षणिकत्वम, that सुख only एक क्षण के लिए होता क्षणिक सुख. 2 सेकंड 3 सेकंड मैक्सिमम बस गयो. On this topic, we have to deliberate a lot for our own spiritual sadhana. We have to think each individual. Ki Shubha karma, very less we have done. Therefore, that very less Shubha karma has capacity of 1 or 2 seconds only maintaining that Vishesha Vritti in which Brahmananda expresses Ananda. And as we said, some people never have that conducive vritti to express Brahmananda as Ananda. Always in their vritti Vishesha, Dukkha, Glani, Nirasha, Nispruha. Painful to see them. Sympathetic. यार टेल उनको बताओ थोड़ा पुण्य करो नाम लो भगवान का. We can't even tell. They are not even a receivable stage. You can see some people around you in your own friends and relative circle. We can do only prayer to God saying that "हे भगवान इनको ऐसे शक्ति बुद्धि दो कि वो ऐसा शुभ कर्म करें जिससे उनका ऐसा विशेष अंतर्वृत्ति करणोत्ति बनेगा जिसमें परब्रह्म आनंद एक्सप्रेसेस एज दैट आनंदमय कोश." इस तरह का अदर देन प्रेइंग व्हाट कैन वी डू. सो तद विशेष सुखमिति प्रसिद्धम लोके तद वृत्ति विशेष प्रत्युपस्थापकस्य कर्मणः अनवस्थितत्वात् सुखस्य क्षणिकत्वम्. Now what is sadhana? Very cute, very, very interesting, very, very useful analysis. Here he says, I will only touch today, explanation tomorrow we will do in detail. कि तद यदा तद अंतःकरणम यदा तपसा तमोग्नेन विद्यया ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया च निर्वलत्वम् आपद्यते यावत् यावत् तावत् तावत् विविक्ते प्रसन्ने अंतःकरणे आनंद विशेषः उत्कृष्यते विपुलीभवति. So these are the sadhanas to be done to be happy for long time. And this is not Brahmananda. Brahmananda expressed through Koshananda. Sarva upadhi vinmukta karke आगे बढ़ोगे. So then there is a continuous eternal Brahmananda is experienced. But much before that also we should not suffer even at आनंदमय कोश level में आनंद होना चाहिए हमको जीवन में. Not in the dukkha of the only manomaya kosh. So what is the sentence said here? Yada, when antakaranam, our own inner antakaranam, tapasa, lot of tapasya is done. Tapasya of non-dependency on outer sukhas through indriyas. This is very tricky. We think that when the indriyas are in touch with the objects, we get the sukha. That is delusory and temporary. And that slavery makes us more miserable because when I say I'm happy when this object is consumed by me, it goes without saying that I'll be very miserable without that object. And the availability of the object is for very less time. Only less time I'm happy. Absence of the object is long time, therefore misery is more. Like you are happy with your child with you, but he is there with you up to 8:39 a.m. Then he'll go to school. Then evening 4 बजे आएगा वो. So if your happiness is vishya, that depending on the object, so only those 2 hours you are happy. Throughout the day you are miserable because he is not there. In the school he is there. We don't understand this point. If this alone is not understood, then how can we understand that all the vritti atita, kosha atita, there is Brahmananda with which I have to identify. That's our goal. So one word we have seen today, tapasa. Tapasa is indriya nigraham, manav kamana nigraham. To be happy, quiet mind is required. Quietness of the mind comes when the impurities of rajas of desires, tamas of ignorance goes away, or the laziness goes away. We have to aim at this type of unconditional, independent, internal happiness and peace, not the conditional thing. वो हम बेवकूफ़ होते हैं, हमको कंडीशनल पे ही आदत हो जाती है. We have created so many conditions. If the tea is there, then only I'll be happy. Coffee है तभी मैं खुश हो जाऊंगा. And if somebody says good morning, then only I'll be happy. These are all self-created. किसी की जरूरत नहीं है to be happy. That we have to discover. That's called a freedom from desires, freedom from conditionings, freedom from the slavery to the things outside to make me happy. Such a profound and important information it is. We don't have it. We don't practice it. मैं खुश हूँ मेरे साथ, बस मुझे किसी वस्तु व्यक्ति विशेष की जरूरत नहीं है. That stage we have to reach slowly. So tapasa, that antakarana with tapasa. Tomorrow also we'll discuss this. Second one is what? Tamognena vidyaya. Vidya means upasana here. Tamognena upasana vidya means that upasana which are done so vigorously, because of which the tamoguna goes away from us, from the antakarana. So a hint has come to us how to come out of tamoguna by vidya. Vidya is upasana. Upasana can be to your own ishtadevata, to your own guru. Is it not? Tamasa is non-active nature of the body or the mind, lazy nature. That goes away when you activate it. To activate, you need a means. The means of serving your own parents or the guru or the God. That is called as tapasya. When you do that type of seva and all, the tamas goes away. That upasana se tamas chala jata hai. You understood? That's why the Brahmins and all सुबह 5 बजे उठकर उनको ये उपासनाएं पूजाएं करने का नियम रखा. Therefore, for the sake of doing those upasana, they get up early morning. So their tamoguna is gone away. Those who don't have that upasana, but they 9 बजे तक सोएंगे. Everybody have to have the vidya or upasana to be done for the guru and God, so that they conquer the nidra. अदरवाइज ये निद्रा तमोगुण ऐसा है ना, अब जितना भी उसको देते जाओ वो काफी हो गया ऐसा नहीं कहता है. इट डिमांड्स ओनली थ्रू आउट डे, थ्रू आउट लाइफ, फॉर मेनी मेनी लाइव्स. I am lost in tamoguna. Through rajas and sattva, I have to evolve and go to shuddha sattva and discover my inner real self. With this clarity of the goal, the first obstruction being tamas, to conquer it, we have to do upasana. That's why when you are in your guru's seva and all, there is not tamoguna coming. And कोई सेवा ही नहीं करना है तो लग जाता है. Like Sunday, today is Sunday. Nothing to do for the children or wife or husband who are going to office. Therefore, tamas comes. Nobody wakes up in any apartment. Again, from tomorrow, Monday आ जाता है तुरंत. Where has the tamoguna gone? If on Sunday I slept up to 9, Monday also I should sleep. But why did I get up 6? How did it happen? Coolly think about it. It happened because I had an upasana to be done. Vidya upasana, any work. Therefore, I got. Therefore, involving in upasana, remove the tamoguna. That is the lesson. So, tapasa, then tamognena vidyaya, then 2 more are told. Vidyaya, brahmacharena shraddhaya, yada yada nirmalatvam avatide yavat yavat, as the antakarana becomes purer and purer, to such an extent, in that pure antakarana, that ananda vishesha becomes utkrishya and vipuli bhavati. It becomes extreme as well as expanded. Now, this is such a technically sound, perfect way to become happy. Other than that, sentimentally, emotionally, creating so many desires, trying to fulfill them outside and depending on people. अरे ऐसा नहीं होता वो. You have to be आनंदी by this way. And this is your own commanded आनंद. Others are demanded or begged आनंदास. वो कभी होएगा कभी नहीं होगा. इसका नहीं होने का चांस ही नहीं है. If you practice this even at the Ananda Kosha level, we are at the Vipulikruta Utkrishya Ananda Sthiti. In that also you transcend, we are in Brahmananda. So this topic requires some deliberation. We'll see tomorrow. Om, 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Paramrishibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha. ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन अग्निवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। थैंक यू।